story we told you at the top of the newscast. A Fresno County Superior Court judge threw out a battery case against Fresno County Sheriff's Deputy Eric Schmidt last Friday. That case and complaint had been filed on behalf of a Fresno County Sheriff's Lieutenant. Schmidt is also the president of the Deputy Sheriff's Association.
Now, earlier today, he sent a statement to members of the association calling the allegations, quote, bogus, and said they were filled with lies. Fox 26 News reporter Myra Franco spoke with the lieutenant who accused Schmidt of battery and fills us in. Myra?
Yeah, Monty. Liz, Lieutenant Frances Devon said she wanted to share her side of the story hours after Schmidt released his statement. She's defending her credibility, saying he didn't have to enter a plea because he agreed and completed a diversion program that cut him loose. As she adds, witnesses didn't even get a chance to speak in court about what happened.
What made you speak out today?
I feel I have to protect my name, and everybody in the agency knows that he assaulted me and he battered me. Everybody knows.
Fresno County Sheriff's Lieutenant Frances Devons is speaking out for the first time Thursday. She accused Fresno County Sheriff's Deputy Eric Schmidt of battery in an incident dating back to February 2023. It happened as she and others were coordinating media for the funeral of Selma Officer Gonzalo Carrasco Jr. at Selin Arena. Schmidt had been charged with misdemeanor battery, and a court ordered he complete a 12-hour anger management program. Friday, a judge dismissed the case since he completed the course. Schmidt, who is also the president of the Fresno Deputy Sheriff's Association, shared the following statement with members. As you are undoubtedly aware, false allegations were made against me in a transparent attempt to smear my name and reputation. As I stated publicly, this was a witch hunt from the start, a personal vendetta that culminated in a bogus allegation. There were never any facts or truth to these allegations.
The fact that he was able to complete his diversion program does not take away from the facts of the case in that he battered me and he assaulted me. He was insubordinate and he treated another employee in a disrespectful and unprofessional manner.
She explains the outburst that day came after a production team that was hired by the Carrasco family was relocated to a spot where another news station had set up. She says she told Schmidt the Carrasco family came first, but Deputy Schmidt was outraged and lashed out at another sheriff's department employee over the phone.
Everybody just kind of stopped and looked at each other because it was a very profane statement. And then the tirade of expletives began, and he was yelling at Tony, cussing him out, calling him a bunch of different profanity names. And as the ranking person of the department that was there, he was reflecting very poorly on our agency. And so I went back to address it. He grabbed me on my shoulder, squeezing my shoulder really difficult, really tight and hard. And he then began poking me in the chest where my badge is and started this expletive lashing.
And she says it was all over the placement of a camera.
I think there was a lot of things that were going on behind that you know, it was for his benefit. It was for the other station's benefit, and whoever else. I don't know what he promised those people or said to those people, but he was not part of my team that was involved.
And after it happened, she says she had to cope with the hostile work environment.
Every day I would come to work not knowing if he was going to come into my office and say something or do something. He's armed. He's a deputy sheriff. He's armed. You know, to wonder every day. He got so mad at where a camera stand was placed that he assaulted me and battered me. What else was he going to do now that he knew that I was pressing charges?
The sheriff's department did not place Schmidt on administrative leave, allowing him to continue to work.
Anybody in my agency that knows what's going on, they know that people get put on admin leave for far less. And they're all wondering and have been wondering, and some out loud verbally to me, why wasn't he put on leave? And I can't give them an answer. That's up to Sheriff Zanoni to answer to, because it's his responsibility.
We should clarify Schmidt was only allowed to carry out his duties with the Sheriff's Association. He was not on patrol. Sheriff John Zanoni told Fox 26 News now that the court process has been completed, the internal investigation will continue. The findings and recommendations will be sent to the sheriff for review. However, Lieutenant Devens tells me she believes nothing will change.
Myra, was there an indication that the lieutenant had any bruising or any physical evidence that she'd been hurt, as she mentioned?
Yeah, she did. Lieutenant Devens also says there was no body cameras, just witnesses who heard everything happening at the moment. She also points out there was probably surveillance footage, but it somehow got erased.
All right, thank you, Myra. Sheriff Zanoni also pointed out there have not been any other incidents in the last year involving Schmidt.